Dearly beloved, it is quite worrisome to hear about some inhuman and barbaric treatment being made against the widows in most of our communities, not minding that we are in the modern age. In the words of late Delegiwa of the former Newswatch magazine, I quote, "No evil deed can go unpunished. Any evil done by man to man will be redressed, if not now, then certainly later. If not by man, then certainly by God. For the victory of evil over good can only be temporal." End of the quote. Most disturbing about these dirty stories is that they are being perpetrated and sponsored in the name of culture and tradition. In Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, it said, "Woe unto the leaders that make unrighteous decrees for the people." Let's look at some of these wicked ordeals that widows are made to go through. Number one, the accusation of masterminding the death of their husbands. Therefore, in order to clear their doubts over the man's death, she must be forced to take an oath. You can ask how. She would be subjected to drink the dirty, stinky water used to wash the body of her late husband. Trust these household enemies. In most cases, deadly poisons are secretly added to this dirty water just to make sure that she died in the process, so that at the end they will still come out to announce to the public that she was struck dead by her late husband. Can you imagine a man's inhumanity against man? Number two, forceful seizure of the family's properties by the dead man's relations, like cars, lands, houses, bank accounts, and other related things, by the late man's relations, thereby leaving the widows and their children impoverished. Number three, mandatory shaving of the pubic hairs, armpits, heads, as part of their compulsory right to the late husbands. An example of this wicked act was the recent social media free film show, where a young woman, a young widow, was forcefully stripped bare naked and was being shaved publicly. Most funny enough, adults and children were there watching and snapping. What an eyesore in this modern age. Let's go further. Number four, mandatory wearing of rags or black or white outfits for months as a respect for the dead. Number five, forceful remarriage and free sex ordeals by the late husband's brothers, and she must be punished should she refuse to cooperate. Number six, the culture of making the widows to become irrelevant in her husband's community if she happens to be childless or that she gave birth to female children only. Number seven, some cultures permit that the widows must to sleep with the husband's dead body on the same bed before the burial. Can you imagine that? Number eight, mandatory midnight loud crying by the widows in order to demonstrate their their griefs publicly. In otherwise, the Omuadas will punish her if she do not cry in the midnight. Number nine, in some cultures, widows must not take their bath nor brush their mouth for some specific number of days and must be denied basic food and drinks so as not to appear living in luxury while mourning her late husband. Number 10, in some cultures, immediately after the burial, the widows must go and take bath on top of the late husband's grave and will go back to her room stark naked. The list is endless depending on different cultures where you're coming from. Another reason why some of these barbaric cultures are still trending today, despite the present day civilization and the exposure, is because some notable elders in the community that are being looked upon as role models are the ones capitalizing that the cultures received from the forefathers must not die in their hands. What a retrogressive way of lifestyle. As Christians, we are not against good cultures of the land, never. Rather, we are against the idolatrous cultures, even though they were received from our forefathers. For instance, our forefathers killed twin babies because they regarded twins as abomination. But when it gets to our own turn and time, we opposed it because we knew that they did it out of ignorance. So also, there are still some cultures that are being practiced today that are idolatrous in nature, like some of these inhuman treatments that are being made against the widows in the land. They must be urgently looked into. Now, as an antidote, these are some of my humble suggestions. Number one, because death is inevitable, nobody knows between the husband and wife who will go first. The husband, as a matter of necessity, should go to their village and make it known to the elders of the family that in case if he dies before his wife, that he would not want his wife and children to be subjected into unnecessary traditional rigors against their faith. Number two, as the children of God who are born again, both the husband and the wife and their children should publicly declare their stand between the Hedonic and the Christian practices. Otherwise, there may be some tendencies that their voices and rights will be trampled upon at such an awkward hours. Number three, the church, the government, and the community leaders should, as a matter of necessity, make laws that will protect the widows in their communities from such barbaric harassments. Number four, the non-governmental organizations, NGOs, in charge of the women affairs should always be at alert and willing to render spontaneous assistance to the helpless widows who may be subjected to aforementioned inhuman treatments. As I conclude, may I request for your indulgence to the scriptural injunction as it relates to the widows in James chapter 1 verse 27. And it reads, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their afflictions, and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. Beloved, let's join hands together to make this battle an easier one for the widows. God bless you. Comment and share this video with your friends, neighbors, and as you do so, may the Lord bless you as you join in this battle for the widows in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Shalom.